waiting on Luka Doncic to make his debut with the Lakers. Looks like it's going to be Monday against Utah. Jimmy Butler awaiting his first appearance with the Golden State Warriors. And here's LeBron.
A lot of turnovers early for Golden State. Oh, watch this. Give it to him.
Jackson Hayes up top from Austin Reeves. Lakers out of the gate big, 34-21. You see early in the second, and again ahead of the pack. That's Jackson Hayes. And then LeBron catches some fire from deep. How about the logo?
This is just playing around right now.
34-footer right there, Shaq.
R. R means ready. Or ramen.
It can mean a lot of things, Shaq.
Oh,
that's a nice pass and a nice finish and a look at the Lakers up 69-49 at the half, and then Golden State tightened things up.
And what happened was
Draymond ahead of the pack. And, he makes it look
effortless. If he had had any help tonight, they could have got back and won this game.
He had 37 on the night, but in a losing effort, LeBron ahead of the pack. LeBron, 42, 17, and 8.
Man.
Season highs in points and rebounds.
22, 17, and 8.
Second guy to ever score 40-plus. At the age of 40-plus.
Who was the other one?
Oh, that's good.
Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
Who had a 43-point game, and LeBron came within one of that on this night.
Okay, big Austin.
Meantime, Golden State, again, they cut it down there to single digits.
This was the nail in the coffin right here.
Yes, it was. 14 out of 25 for LeBron, 6 out of 9 from distance.
Steph didn't shoot the ball well, man.
13, 35.
Yeah, no doubt. 37 points on 35 shots.
13 for 35. That is not good. 6 for 20?
And 6 out of 20, again, as you point out, from deep. Moments ago, this was Steve Kerr.
What did you see on that play?
I saw an 8-second violation. It was pretty obvious. So very disappointing that it wasn't called, but it's not why we lost. I mean, we when you allow 5 home run, passes over the top with no defensive awareness for 10 points, you don't deserve to win. So loved our fight in the second half. Loved the way the guys competed. That's what it's going to have to feel like, the rest of the season. We got to bring that level of energy, but we have to add the awareness and the feel of, not giving up the easy stuff when it comes to transition, pick 6 passes, fouling when they're in the bonus. They shot 36 free throws tonight. So, too many plays that gave them easy points, and that was the difference in the game.
If a man really hated ads, here's what he would do. Day 1, he would install Pi on his computer without spending a dime because it's 100% free. Day 2, he realizes how clean and clutter-free his browsing experience has been since he got Pi. He doesn't have to deal with annoying cookie pop-ups or targeted ads. Day 3, he can finally binge YouTube and Twitch without interruption because Pi works on every website you visit on Chrome. Day 4, he discovers that when he does see ads, he can get paid to see them. Day 5, his life has improved 1,000 times because of the peace he gets from experiencing an ad-free internet. He decides he never wants to go back to life without Pi and tells all his friends and family to download it. See how Pi can improve your life today.
In 1984, the Air Jordan was banned from the game. Nike could have paid a fine, but they didn't.
Why should we pay $5,000 for a pair of sneakers?
Because there'd be no sneakerheads, no catchphrases,
Money's gotta be
no international basketball, and no kid wanted to be anything like Mike. There's no swagger, no La Flame, and red isn't cool.
What?
Air Jordan.
Nice touch by Steve Kerr, by the way, with the Palisades Dolphins, repping that high school from
Yeah, they
Fire Ravage.
They invited the high school team out, and I think him and JJ gonna go out and say hello to him after the game. That's really cool, man.
This is the expert assist of the night presented by Tax Act, by the way. And so here we are. This kind of been a holding pattern, but now that's going to change here in the next few days when we see a Golden State team with Jimmy Butler, when we see a Laker team that has Luka Doncic in it. What do you expect out of both of these teams going forward?
Well, a lot of extra added energy on the Golden State side. You know, Jimmy Butler, especially a playoff Jimmy's going to have a lot of effort, you know, play with a lot of heart. You know, he made the comment today to ask him, what are you going to do? Give the ball to Steph and move out the way. He can be a great other, and, you know, he can score in bunches whenever he wants to. He's really good at penetrating and, you know, kicking the ball out for a three. So I see them getting a little bit better. But contending for a championship, the others would have to play out of their world. Buddy Hield would have to be better than Klay Thompson, and, you know, for them to have a chance. And on the Lakers side, a lot of energy. You got two future Hall of Famers on the floor. LA's going to be cracking. You got two mega superstars, one of the greatest 1-2 punches that hasn't been seen yet. There's going to be a lot of energy in the building. But defensively, time will tell if they're contenders or not. They're playing well. They're playing good. And when you get a guy like Luka, offensively, them two, they can score a lot of points.
They've won 4 in a row and 8 out of 9. They've won those 4 straight by a total of 87 points.
My question would be to both of you. Have you ever seen, I don't know if it may be, and to this degree, maybe it is Kobe, Shaq in a way, but you guys were both young at the same time. Like, the guy who is the best, who's been the best player, who's kind of passing the mantle, playing on to the next guy, who's supposed to be the next great superstar in the league. They're on the same team at the same time. I don't think I've ever seen them. Kareem and Magic, maybe?
Kareem and Magic is the closest I can ever see it. But I think what's going to be the interest dynamic, Luka's, he's going to have to make the biggest adjustment, in my opinion. But I think LeBron, I think he's looking forward to playing with Luka. But Luka is going to have to be like, man, maybe I'm going to do a lot more finishing. I'm going to have the ball in my hands because, you know, they're not going to play. The Lakers are not going to play the way Luka played in Dallas, where he just dominates the ball. He has the highest rate of possession in the NBA, and he's going to have to play a lot faster. But Shaq got a great point. Man, I'm not worried about them offensively. The key is going to be, are they going to be any good defensively?
But how do you trade for a guy and you say, you're not going to play the way you play when you've been first team all NBA for the last 5 years?
You can't you're not going to have LeBron James and those guys standing around watch him play one-on-one. I just don't foresee that happening. He's going to have to play much faster, and he's going to have to learn to play without the ball. And I understand what you're saying. Listen, he's played a certain way his entire – it's going to have to change.
The only time, you know, when he was – before he came to the NBA, when he was a younger player, he played on teams overseas that were, like, really dominant. And, you know, I used to watch those games and see him, but he was more of a distributor. I didn't know he could score like this when he came to the league. So maybe he will go back to more of a – he was playing faster, obviously he was younger, faster, distributing the basketball, being more of a facilitator than just a scorer.
And you know, and also, Kenny, I think
to play like he did when he was in Europe.
I think that guys, I think they're going to attack him on the defensive end too.
Meantime, LeBron, after that 42, 17, and 8, had this to say after the game.
Since you're new to H&R Block, we'll go through your tax returns from the past 3 years for any money your last guy might have missed.
I could get money back from the last 3 years?
This one time, I scored a client.
Now that's a slam dunk.
Switch to H&R Block and get a free second look review.
Ever at the age of 40 to score 40. What do you think when you hear that?
What do I think?
Yeah.
That I'm old. That's what I think. Yeah, I need a glass of me some sleep. That's the first thing I think about.
Joining MJ as the only two guys 40-plus blood.
You know, the biggest thing is that we got the win, obviously. You know, but like throughout my journey, anytime I've been named or in the category or whatever the case, cross paths with any of the greats is always humbling. Just to know where I come from. And I love the game so much, so it's pretty cool.
You've been closing out your pregame workouts by shooting logo threes. I noticed this year. I don't know how long that's gone back. When did you start incorporating that to kind of your prep, and can you just describe the moment when you hit your fourth three?
Well, no, we just added to it. Obviously, me and St. Jean, you know, go through our pregame workout, you know, and I usually kind of end it with that, knowing at some point that it's possible that I could, you know, take one throughout the game. So I always work on things that I'm gonna shoot in the game or plays I'm gonna do in the game. So it pays off for sure.
Ron, you get a feel for what Mark Williams is going to be able to bring you guys?
Sheesh. I haven't even had time to like really wrap my head around it. Obviously, young, athletic, big. You know, he's gonna give us another lob threat along with Jackson. You know, and looking forward to getting him here. I think, you know, I was surprised that we was able to get him, to be completely honest. You know, just seeing his length and seeing how young he is. He's 23 years old. So looking forward to getting him here and getting him acclimated to our system, and look forward to what he brings to the table.
There was a moment against the Clippers where
Lakers get win number 30 against 19 losses, and there you go. The fact that he and MJ are the only guys 40 to score 40 plus in a game.
That's
Now, when we come back,
amazing.
yeah.
Only Electrolux has Smart Boost technology for the most effective stain removal and longer-lasting fabric.
The fact that he and MJ are the only guys